When 27-year-old Scott Valentine made his primetime debut as a Rambo-type character on Family Ties last night, his family in Saratoga Springs was just plain wowed.
I think he's going to be the next John Travolta. I do. I think they're going to start selling dolls of Scott and toys.
He's come a long way since the days when he was a chubby little kid with braces. His dad, the Saratoga Springs Commissioner of Accounts, says Scott's always been a clown, only now he's amazed that Scott's being paid for it.
Yes, because we went through about 21 years of it, and he didn't get a nickel for it.
Acting's in his blood. Scott used to stage plays in the garage of the family's home on Pinewood Avenue with his brother and sisters.
We would charge everybody within a block radius of all of our friends, children, 10 cents to get in and watch our plays.
Was Scott always the star?
Yes.
Scott studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, but he had to do odd jobs like wallpapering, selling cutlery, and being a salad chef to keep himself going until he got his break. But he's had his knocks, and bad ones. He's been undergoing therapy since being hit by a truck a few years ago.
He was not run over completely by a truck. The truck got up on his hip and dragged him for a block and a half in Manhattan, crushed the hip. So
he's been off and running ever since. He's in 3 yet-to-be-released movies. And with the name Valentine and the Travolta-Stallone good looks, he's been selected as the heartthrob of 1986 for the American Heart Association. He's also booked for more episodes on Family Ties.
It feels like a test. You know, I'm sorry I'm not the kind of guy you're looking for. I'm not smart, I'm not cultured, and I'm not sophisticated. You know, I'm not no Charles Bronson.
Being Scott Valentine's just fine.
I tell him every time he calls, I sing and dance, too.
Judy Sanders, News Center 6, Saratoga Springs.
You can come on anytime.
poor Mr.
It's a beautiful day. It could have been raining on it.
And that's the driveway, and that's it.
All right.
Okay.
What's that, Cheryl?
You know what he had on? Red stockings. I told him on the phone this morning.
So what did Scott say? Is he all excited and everything, or?
Last night he was? Did you talk to him?
He's in the
Yep. Huh?
Did you hear about that?
Okay, here we go.
Daily News.
Daily News.
Today?
Here we
What?
He's in the Daily News today. Yeah.
And it's serious.
About him premiering on the show or what?
They're talking about where they're going to go with the series, what they're going to do with them.
17 episodes coming up.
Yeah.
I gotta go by the Daily News. I copied the article and put it above my
Scott, we called him, and he said Marilyn Baxter.
Meredith.
Oh, you're thinking of the actress, Meredith.
No, the lady that did the article.
The article is like Marilyn thing, and Scott said that is really, if you get in her column, that's great. He was phenomenal, wasn't he? He was so good.
You sound like Colleen at work.
I was going to laugh, though. Weren't you guys looking at it knowing
This is
Scott?
Colleen
He
said.
saw, you could tell him doing it. Thought he was going to laugh. He was going to break out and laugh.
I did to a message.
Fighting the inside of his cheek.
Who's that Cody War? That's the Cody War down in New York City.
Yes, yeah, it is.
And those fights.
That's Debbie with the chef. Salad chef. Here we go.
Is the revolution tonight?
I like this kid.
When was I informed?
Come and get you, Alex.
She looks different, sure.
Yeah.
She looks a lot different.
Than she did at the wedding.
Yeah. Scott just got married. So we met some of the people. Yeah, we were all out in L.A. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we went to the wedding.
My kind of guy.
Justine Bateman.
She's really nice, too. Justine Bateman. Bateman.
But she doesn't look like that.
No. I thought this was funny because the motorcycle and the other.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Listen.
Hey.
We all know it so well.
You missed it.
know.
I'm gonna sing. Hi, Rainbow. Scott. Hi, Rainbow.
There he is.
Scott.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet my parents, Elise and Stephen King.
Yes.
Nick, it's a pleasure having you here. Hey.
My brother and sister, Alex and Jennifer.
Hey. How you doing? What are you doing? Your guy's doing.
I think this is the funniest one I've ever seen.
That's what everybody said. I've never seen the show before.
It's a good show. I've always watched it.
Yeah.
Terry and I used to watch it together.
Picking up on my rounds. Are you a garbage man? Me? I mean, but I hope to be one day. It's good garbage. Good garbage.
He is so funny, isn't he?
That from the bad garbage. You gotta have an eye for it.
I'm not sure I understand. Mom, Nick's an artist.
Mother, what's wrong with you?
I am like what they call an environmental artist.
He sounds like
Sylvester Stallone, doesn't he?
the real dumb.
It doesn't sound like a real
No.
No.
Not even close.
I made this hat from garbage.
Baby and
Freddie, should we rewind it so you can get him on the screen?
He'll come again.
No, he's on again shortly.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
but she's feeding the baby.
The role he plays. Nick Moore.
Hey.
Nick Moore, and he's the girlfriend of
Mallory.
boyfriend of Mallory. Boyfriend.
She's trying to marry you, Michael.
Too many of us, right, Judy? Too many of us.
One, Judy.
Boyfriend of Mallory, that's her name?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude,
He doesn't come in this part.
Doesn't that make you think when you were little, go ahead again? It's a little late.
Hey, this probably isn't the best time to ask, but me and Mallory want to go away next weekend.
Look at the father.
If it's okay, so I can tell my cousin so he gets the truck. Well, you see, it's an ice cream truck, and he needs 2 days to defrost.
Well, I guess I ought to go to bed.
Sit down, Mallory. We want to talk to you. No, please.
You can't see Nick.
Fast forward.
Yeah, do it again. This takes a long time.
It's a lecture.
Oh, so the parents don't want her to
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah. And then
He's so nice
Wait till you
and
get to dinner.
calm, and then he all of a sudden blows up.
the dinner is really funny.
I am at this moment. Mallory, let's invite Nick to dinner.
He doesn't want to agree with his son, and he was saying how he had made a good move and everything.
Sometimes it doesn't eat much different from us at the table.
Got something there?
Michael, that is very
Are you sure? It
That's
sounds
not
like
nice
you,
to say at all.
Let's try that. Hey, this is really nice. You guys, you like this all the time? You mean with utensils?
I think Papa likes this show.
Strange. Hey, he's all right. He's a cute little guy.
I think.
I don't think so. Oh, really? It'll get you loose. No, Nick. I enjoy being tight.
What are you interested in, Nick?
I'm interested in Mallory. Yes, indeed. How about school? How about school?
School?
This is funny.
No. Can you expand on that? Yeah, like when school's on, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Ah. Really, Dad?
Did you hear me on the radio?
Yeah.
WGY, local boy makes good, it was.
It was?
Yeah. Here.
And I was on there too.
Mrs. Valentine, let me ask you first of all, what was your reaction when you saw it on TV last night?
Couldn't believe it, Judy. I couldn't believe it was him. I just was so excited.
What's he had to overcome to make it?
Oh, a lot. He had a very serious accident. He was not run over completely by a truck. The truck got up on his hip and dragged him for a block and a half in Manhattan, crushed the hip. So he had, oh dear, about 51 days in traction, and then a lot of therapy after. He had a total hip replacement 2 years ago, and still more therapy. He still works out every day. He has a trainer come right to his apartment and work out. So he's had a lot of physical handicaps to overcome.
How's he been surviving in New York?
Oh, Lord, just anything that came along. He demonstrated knives, I think it was for Henkel, and he was a chef salad at the Hilton. Just all kinds. He wallpapered. It was something he had to do at home when he was a kid, help wallpaper, and then thank God down in the city it came in handy because he just put an ad in the paper that he wallpapered, and down there the price, I mean, it's fantastic. You get paid by the roll. It was like, what, $10 a single roll or something he was getting. What are you laughing at?
You're as good as Scott. On TV.
Where's my Oreo cookie cream? I gotta make her. Boy, at the wedding reception, they had these drinks lined up.
You were through. No, let me pick up again. Did you know as a boy that Scott was going to grow up to be an actor? Is that what he's always wanted to be?
I think so. At one time, he told us an architect. He told us a lot of things, but he was a good actor. You know, if he wasn't home on time, his stories were very believable. He was always a good actor.
And he's had an agent all these years, and his agent finally got him the break?
Yeah. He has Michael Schlesinger was his agent in Manhattan, and then Michael moved his offices to L.A., and he told Scott, you've just got to come out here. This is where it's at. This is where you're going to get your break. And he was right. That's where it happened.
What's his future now? Is he assigned to more episodes on Family Ties?
You know, Scott doesn't really know. He's thrilled. He knows that he's going somewhere with this. And he doesn't even know if it's going to be a spin-off of this series. But he called one night and he said, guess what? I've got my own show, The Scott Valentine Show. He's not even sure what it is, but he's got something coming up from Family Ties.
How long has he struggled in the city to make it?
He was in Manhattan for 5.5 years. And then he's been out in L.A. a year in September.
Mr. Valentine, I know I'm trying to pry your eyes off the TV set here, but what was your reaction to Scott's premiere?
We were very happy. We laughed and we cried, and it's hard to believe that here's your son on national TV. It's like the first time he called us and he said that I'm having lunch with these people. Last year I was watching them on TV, and now I'm sitting here having lunch with them. He said it's almost unbelievable.
He wore a special outfit, contrary to what he was supposed to wear that day. Am I right?
Yes, he did. He wore his favorite shirt, Monty Python, I believe it was, that I tried to take away from him about 3 years ago.
Did you, as a father, ever have a hunch that you'd see your son on national television?
No, but Scott was determined, and he just kept at it. So eventually, he had to get a break eventually. The talent is there. He always believed in himself, so we're just very proud.
Are you amazed to see his clowning around now he's getting paid to do this?
Yes, because we went through about 21 years of it, and he didn't get a nickel for it.
Do you know how much he's gotten, how much his contract is worth with Family Ties?
He really hasn't told us. I know it's a considerable amount of money, but in actual figures, he really hasn't told us. They're sending him to Florida this next week to do something down there at a ice show, him and his wife and his agent and his publicist. So they must really believe in him.
Do you think this is the beginning of something very big?
I certainly do, and I tell him every time he calls, I sing and dance too.
That's great. Okay. Terry, what was he like as a kid? What did he used to do in terms of getting attention as the youngest?
Oh, God, I think just about anything. He was coming up with all kinds of different ideas and schemes that he wanted us all in on. He was always out to have a good time, and the only thing that really sticks in my mind is how bad things kept happening to him as a child. He fell down numerous times on his head, had to go to the hospital for stitches. It would seem like, what, once a month? Yeah. And to have him get hit by the truck in New York City, I'm just like a pessimistic person. I'm afraid that something bad is going to happen, but I wish the best for him.
When you were kids, did he used to charge people to come in and watch the little plays you were putting together in the garage?
Yes, he did. We charged, we live on Pinewood Avenue in Saratoga. We would charge everybody within a block radius of all of our friends, children, 10 cents to get in and watch our plays.
Was Scott always the star?
Yes. It was his idea to use ketchup for blood, and we had makeshift curtains, and we got everybody, you know, in the neighborhood involved in some aspect or another.
Did you think of it as just kidding around, not as like laying the groundwork for a career on television?
Just joking around, yeah, having a good time.
Then you must be very surprised.
I am very surprised. I'm very surprised to see him on TV. I'm very happy for him. He deserves it.
Great. Okay. All right, Mike. I've asked everybody else in the family, what do you think of all that's happened to Scott?
I think it's very good. I think it's a really good break for him because, as my father said, he is a very self-determined person. He knows where he's going and knows what he wants, and he's going to get it. And that's what's got him where he is right now.
Do you ever wish you were Scott now?
No. That's a very simple answer, no. Can I extend on that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's from the show, I'm sorry. I just, you know, he's got a life of his own, and it's always been that way between the two of us. We were the two brothers, but there's 5 years separating us. As when he grew up, I was always older than him, and he had his own group of people that he hung around with, and they were different. You know,
Is this Rambo character anything like Scott?
No, not at all. So I was very surprised to see it in the TV guide that it said Rambo. It's just not his character.
Like as compared to what we see?
Clown. I'm giving the short answers. I'm just sort of, no, that's all. He just, you know, a jokester type of person, you know. And that's comedy's good for this one. I mean, it's like a juxtaposition of characters here. His character and those of the other people and stuff. So it's, you know.
On TV.
Wonderful. It's very nice.
I mean, you know, inside, what do you want to stand up and scream and yell and dance or what?
Yes, I do. I stand up and go, yay, Scott, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Where do you see all this going for him?
I think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's going to be the next John Travolta. Oh, my word. I do. I think they're going to start selling dolls of Scott and toys. He's going to be in the Toys R Joy. He is. I'm going to be buying color books for my little boy of Scott. Don't you think? I think.
As a kid growing up, did you ever dream that the little brother, you know, you toted around, probably beat up on and laughed with?
No, I always protected him because he was fat and had braces, and they picked on him at the bus stop, and we were close at school together. We're right next to each other, and I used to beat people up.
To protect him?
Yes, I did. Big boys. And the mothers used to call up and say, Cheryl's beating up my son again. And I was protecting Scott, really.
Well, what about this Macho Man Rambo image here?
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe how big he looked on television. His chest looked huge. I was surprised. I said, that can't be Scott's chest. It must be padding in there. I did. But I know he lifted weights to build his upper body since the accident, so. But that's a very different type of view for me. Scott's a gentle person, and to see him so macho is different.
Great.
Almost 2.